Hey guys, this is an update on BAOT. I'm going to post this on the Fort JTS channel. Now, before you see this video, I will upload a video of me touring this place, of how it looked, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. And, yeah, now as you can kind of see, you can barely see anything. We took it apart, we took everything from it. I'll explain why we did that and why it's abandoned now, and why it's in its current state. But it's been abandoned for, I think, almost 2 weeks now. We stopped working on it like a month ago. And, yeah, so down this path, you can see it's like a nice little path. And that's a baseball field. Over there is a highway. There's like a lot of buildings there, too. It's a pretty busy area, and that's actually the main reason why we kind of stopped working on BAOT. We never officially called it off. We never, really did anything until recently. But, we just didn't really enjoy working on it because a lot of people would come. Like, we had so many people working on this, like, that we didn't know. They built stuff for us, which is pretty cool. But, we got a lot of attention. Some people would take stuff. We actually were robbed, like, twice, and we lost a hammer and a few other materials that we, like, got for the fort, which really sucked. That's why we're kind of working on Fort JTS. We were never robbed there. It's, very far in the forest. It's a lot more hidden. It is next to a street, but, it's very small street with only a few houses on it. Anyways, so yeah, here it is. We only left a few things here where we took basically everything. This is I call it, is like a path, and with a Christmas tree in it. So I'll start here, I guess. This is our Christmas tree, the second. We found this in the forest, and yeah, I also got some string lights to put it around. We're going to keep this here just as a memorial for this fort. Also fits that the tree is dead. Nobody really did anything to this. This is good. Got my mask here. I don't know why I left them, but I did. Some water bottles. We did not leave this here. We always throw away everything we have. And, so that just shows a lot of people came here. People would write notes in our Pelican box mailbox thing we had. I'll talk about that later, of course. Anyways, this is a basketball hoop that these people who are helping us with the fort made for us. They're like teenagers, they call themselves 206. They brought this stuff and built it for us, which is pretty cool. And we also found a basketball, so we put it in, and it actually works. We're going to leave it here because, sometimes you come down here when we go to the field. And, we have a basketball hoop, I guess. Nothing here anymore. Still the nails, though. And this is actually like a plywood shelf thing that we have. We used to store stuff on there. We're not taking that because there's no point. This is a bench that 206 also made for us. They also gave us this Pelican box that we store our mail in. We call it the mailbox. You can see this is where we put it. And you can actually sit on this thing. It's really strong and sturdy. So, yeah. Yeah, like this is the mailbox. There's actually, I'm not going to show what's in it since it has like our names on it. We just, write things. The current thing that's in there is explaining that we abandoned this fort. Over here, we used to have, like, fences that I built. It took a long time to build, but then the people who came destroyed it, which we'll talk about in a second. You can see there used to be more, but we took as many as we could. Over here is our plywood pile, and like these people, so the person that came here and destroyed our fort also destroyed this wood pallet that we found in the woods. It took so long to get it over here, and apparently they like jumped in it or something. Just, look at that, all broken. So we're not bringing that up to the other fort. It's not worth it. Anyways, now to explain why we abandoned this thing. So that's my bike, by the way. Let's see. So long story short, we came down here to check on it one time, and everything was just thrown around. There's plywood everywhere. We had a lot more here, and, like, it was just like a train wreck. I have a few pictures, which I'll put up on the screen while I'm talking. And basically, we looked around. We found a piece of, this chalkboard that we had, which we brought up to Fort JTS, and it said, "You have been warned D." Like, they spelled warned W-A-R-N-D in the worst handwriting I've actually ever seen. We don't fully know who did this, but it's safe to say that some kind of like really young kid came here and somehow used their Hulk abilities to like just trash the whole place. Yeah, and we got some leads. One of our friends thinks this kid, I'm not going to say his name for privacy reasons, and he's in 3rd grade, I believe, and he destroyed his fort for no reason. He's also like a pretty mean kid in general, and he somehow found out about BAOT. Sorry. And decided to ruin the place. So yeah, that's the reason why you're no longer going to see any videos on this fort. We're actually making another fort called the Nebraska Fort. It's next to a creek called Nebraska Creek, so that's why it's called that. That's going to be like a little sanctuary place. We don't know when we're going to start building it. We just brought some wood down there. It's a really nice location, but we'll probably make a video on that later. Anyways, that's all for this video. See ya.